So what would average be for those inland valleys? And I start out with that question because we are about to fall below average for like the whole middle part of this week. And you know, this is the time of year we could be dealing with significant warmth. We've had some bouts of it, not for like the next 5 days. Concord, we're going to start out with your 7-day forecast. 88 would be the average. So we're kind of right in that neighborhood over here. Today and tomorrow, there's really no change between how things felt for you today and how they're going to feel tomorrow. And by the time we get to Monday, you're also still pretty much in the same spot. But over here, we're going to drop like 10 degrees. There's a whole stretch of days here in the low to mid 80s, but I think the day that probably needs to have a spotlight put on it is the one where things change dramatically right away. And that's going to be Tuesday, because it will have been in the low 90s on Monday. Then you're going to drop 10 degrees, and then you're going to sit there for a while. Those are the inland valleys. We're going to do this for everybody. Coming up in a bit, I'll show you all the microclimates. So if 88 is the average for Concord, let's pick out a couple of other representative spots on here. We were showing what the forecast is going to be in San Jose for the remainder of the evening for the concert. Made it up to right around 80 there today. Hayward, 75. In fact, let's switch from looking at what the averages are and let's go and slide out what we actually did. And now we've got the official highs today. Those came in just within about the last half hour. So we got to 91 in Concord today, 80 in San Jose. Remember the theme with the rest of your weekend? Sunday, identical to Saturday. So now you can plan. Any plans you want to make for tomorrow and you're wondering how the weather will treat you on those, you can just replay today because nothing changes, and Monday will be the same way. And that's pretty much Bay Area wide. Look what's starting to come back in. That's time lapse over the last few hours. Marine layer streaming back in over the Golden Gate Bridge. It's not getting very far inland. It's kind of petering out there for now. Tonight it'll rebuild back in a little bit farther. If we do the comparison on temperatures, it's still in the mid 80s. Because you're not getting much influence from that marine layer over here. So Concord, the number is still 86 degrees right now for those inland valleys. Here's where we are tomorrow. You'll warm back up to 91 there for Concord, 87 Pleasanton. We'll go to 80 in Fremont, Redwood City. You're going to hit 80 tomorrow, 90 in Santa Rosa. That's maybe a degree or two above average, and San Jose will balance that scale because we'll be a little bit below average there. And now we'll see how this trend plays out for everybody. San Francisco and Oakland up first. Look at Oakland sitting in the mid to upper 60s here, not that different from the city. But you will be 3 degrees shy of 80 by Saturday. I hadn't talked about this yet, but there's another warm-up coming by next week. And it's not like we're looking at intense heat, but the numbers are going to climb again. So let's watch North Bay and South Bay valleys. North Bay, you'll go to the low 80s, and then you're in the low to mid 90s by the time we get to Saturday. San Jose, those mid 70s coming for you on Wednesday, but you're going to be back to the mid 80s by Saturday. And the inland East Bay 7-day forecast on top there shows us a wonderful stretch of low to mid 80s. Here is what we started looking at. And if you noticed when we looked at this the first time, the number does climb back up to the mid 90s by the time we get towards next weekend. So it'll be warm. That's like 6 to 7 degrees above average. We're not talking about intense heat. It's not the kind of forecast where hopefully we'll be looking at heat advisories. I don't see anything like that for the next 7 days and probably even a little longer.